Yeah, #1. Yay. Hit the thumbs up too. Thanks. Nice to see you. Yeah, I've seen you on Bobby's channel. And I don't know much about you. And how are you doing? Yeah, gonna wait for other people to come in, and our guest artist is gonna come in. I'm an artist too, but I like to invite my artist friends up here. Oh, let's see. I think Ian's already here. Yep. That's funny. Ian, you didn't say hello, Diana. You said hell, Diana. Hell. Oh, and Killer Doll says, I'm great, thanks. Enjoy your artwork. Thank you. Oh, Sylvia, welcome. Nice to see you. Welcome. And I have one of my guest artist friends who, because I invite any of my guest artists, I invite any of my artist friends to come up here, whatever you want to tell me, and you can draw on the panel. Like, I can invite you up here and you can draw, or you can paint or do your mixed media artwork, and just show your hands working, and we can chat and art at the same time, do arting and chatting at the same time. Today it's Ian gonna paint live watercolor painting. Hi, Gracie. And hi again, Gracie. Saw you today on my premiere. Thanks for coming to that, Gracie. All right, let me put the invitation link, and we will get started right away with Ian's live watercolor painting. I put the chat in the I put the link in the chat. Oh, also, before we get started, thank you, Sylvia. I have a whole collection of bows, but I haven't worn them in a while. There was like 1 year that I wore a bow, and I wore a bow in my hair, different colors every day to match my outfit. And then lately I have been, because of the hot weather, I've been putting my hair on the side. And I did not have today's color. Today's show is brought to you by the color orange. I'm wearing an orange top. See? Today's show is brought to you by the color orange. And I did not have orange earrings, but I inherited these from my stepmother. And oh, it has the sun, and it has stars, and it has the dramatic mask. I've never worn these before. I've had these for a long time. Yeah. So Ian's ready to come in. And yay, orange. Okay. Ian is waiting to come in. And before Ian, if you have, oh, God, one of my earrings is caught. These are so long. Okay. That while you're talking, Ian, while you're working and while you're talking, I might have to interrupt you because I need to promote an artist channel who I just did a art collaboration with. Our videos just came out today, and we did an art collaboration together, and her channel has fewer than 100 subscribers. Let's get her to 100 at least. we need to get her to 100. And I've invited her up on the panel to do. She does excellent drawing, and someday in the future, I hope she comes up on the panel. But I'll be posting her link. I'll be posting her link sometime during the, and I will keep announcing her, because I'm trying to promote her channel today and probably for the next few days, because she's new. I mean, I don't know how new she is, but anyway, her channel has fewer than 100 subscribers. Let's get her to 100. And her name, and her channel's name is Rosemary Cat 5. I will post it in the chat. Her name is Anna, and she does a lot of art that has to do with mythology, and that's what our collaboration was about: mythology, Greek mythology. And you can check out my video and definitely check out hers. And so periodically during the chat, I'm going to keep talking about her and promoting her channel, because she needs to get to at least 100. We need to get to her. Actually, she has less than 50 subscribers. We need to get to her. In the next few days. We need to get her to 100. Oh, I see the drawing. Nice, Ian.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Right, I'm just going to get myself all set up. I won't be starting yet. We'll wait until...
Okay, that's good, because I can drop on. Yes.
Once you're happy that everybody's here, that you want here, we'll make a start. Because I'm actually filming with another camera today.
And you want to test it out and see if it's better?
No, I've got this camera that I'm using here for live, but I'm filming it as well.
Oh, you're filming a video as well?
Yeah, I ain't had time to do another video. So
that's awesome.
It's gonna be
live. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's gonna be a tutorial later on after as well.
Awesome.
It won't have any audio. It'll just be that, you know, and I'll do a narration later. But as such, it's alive on yours at the moment. So I'm filming on 2 cameras now at the moment. Oh, I will be.
Yeah, that's awesome to do that at the same time, right? And I just got an important delivery from Amazon that I'm going to have to check on. I have to check on his art supplies. Super duper art supplies.
Oh, wow. Killer Doll. Ian sounds like he's from Liverpool. No, I don't. I sound like I'm from Yorkshire.
He's Yorkshire. Oh, come on.
On the other side of country, but we're not far off.
I have to check now. Ian has to set up. I have and I just have to leave period just for a minute.
Right.
I'm going to make it really fast, just for a minute, and then I'm going to come back and check the chat. Ian is setting up. He started his drawing, and he's going to start live painting watercolor.
Hey.
Okay, he's setting up. Yeah.
As our friend Paul.
I know. I got to check. I didn't check. Oh, let me check. Okay.
It's his picture, so he ought to be here, really.
Picture. Let's see if he got here yet. Elf Lord's Journey, welcome. Grace.
Hello, Elf Lord.
Hello again.
Hi, Sylvia.
Old Beer Buzzard, welcome. Old Beer Buzzard. Let him call you by his name. He's a great
Good evening, or good mid of the day, as it might be over your way.
Killer Doll. Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say, Ian?
I said good mid of the day.
Good. Hi, Trav. And no, Paul. Let's see. Let me say. I don't think Paul is here yet. Let me check. No, Paul is not here yet. But I emailed him. I emailed him yesterday saying, Ian looked at the picture and he is going to make a painting of your picture. And he was very excited to hear about that. He said he can hardly wait. He can hardly wait.
If he doesn't make it anyway, he can still come back and watch it, can't he?
Yeah, he could come back and watch it.
I don't know how long you want to wait before we're ready to set off.
Okay, I gotta go check on my Amazon delivery of important art supplies I got. I have to step away for a minute, and I have to step away for a minute.
Right.
And Ian is setting up, so maybe you can tell him I'm going to come back in a minute.
I will do. I'll hold the fort for a minute or so.
Okay.
So, right. Well, Diana is not with us. We can party now. Paul sent us a picture in, and I asked whether anybody could send a picture so that I could do. And it's apparently a photo that he took of Mount McClellan in South Oregon, which I think is West Pacific, USA. But I'm not very good with USA geography. But it looks a really nice place. But I've looked at the actual thing, and that looks like at one time of day it were a volcano, because one part of it, which probably might have been there at one time, it looks as though it's been blown away at some point. So when it were an active volcano, it's gone boom, like Mount St. Helens did, but many thousands of years ago. So it makes a really nice background point that in the painting. And then we've got this block of fern trees. That's not going to be particularly easy, because the temptation is to paint it all, and it all ends up being one block of colour if you're not careful. And then we've got this foreground, this river or whatever it is, and I'm reliably informed that is Sky Lake. So, yay. Was that a sound? Has she got a...
okay, I'm back.
Did you get it?
No. Amazon's so weird. Amazon's so weird. First of all, I have to check to see what inks they're talking about, because it could be the 3-pack of white inks that I got. If not, there's a larger delivery of inks. And they said I have to check which kind of inks they're talking about, because otherwise there could be a mistake going on. Okay.
Oh, there's a lot to be said for going to a shop and actually buying stuff.
No, I know. No, I can't. No, I love Amazon. Only every now and then do we get a problem with it. Only every now and then.
One step forward, 2 steps back.
I see what happened. I see. Again, I didn't even read it right. I didn't read it and read right. But hold on.
Right.
I read it wrong. It said delivered this book I got. Instead, I think my set of inks came. No, delivered was the book. And yes, the book was delivered. Yes. I read it wrong.
Are they going to make sure that are they going to make sure that the other things are fulfilled in the delivery?
Oh yeah.
Or are they going to say, "Oh no, well." Yeah,
but it's coming piece by piece, because I wanted it faster. So if you wanted it faster, then they're going to all come today instead of tomorrow. And that means they're coming piece by piece, because you did have the option of, if you wanted them to come all in one box, or in 2 boxes, 3, then you could have them delivered on Saturday. And I chose to have them faster delivery and be it on Friday. So no, I just read my I didn't read my text correctly. No, I just scanned over it. My fault.
Uh-huh.
Let me read the chat. Hi, Trav, again. If I didn't say hello to you. Hi, John T. Cash. Welcome. Nice to see you. He's a musician. Oh, there's somebody. Yes, Gracie. You can join the panel for a little bit, but after a while, once Ian starts painting, we're gonna want to show off what he's doing and make his. But Gracie, if you would like to come up, you know Gracie, Ian.
I do know Gracie, yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gracie's tried to come on before, but she had problems, didn't she?
I know. She tried to come on before and always had problems, and then said she said she didn't feel well. Gracie, there's a link.
If you come on, Gracie, you must turn your audio on your YouTube off.
Right.
The sound.
And I got the idea. She figured this finally out a while ago. It's getting late here. Great. Okay, Gracie said that's okay, no problem. Oh, good. And now she said, no, Gracie, if you'd like to come up now and test it out, like just now for maybe just a few minutes. A lot of times she backs out, but okay, there's the link if you wanted to, Gracie. Tomorrow I may or may not be on. Saturday is a may or may not be thing. All the other days are I'm committed to. Saturday, maybe or maybe not. And then I don't do it 4 p.m. because that's when we go out to eat early. So Saturday, if I'm on around 12 noon.
Well, on the Saturdays, I'm going to be putting a ban on any internet activity because
right.
I want to go to my football.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, you want to go to your football?
I'm going to my football. Stuff internet.
Yeah, right. Right. I was off YouTube for 9 or 10 days. And guess what? Some people have not come back to some of my live streams. Oh, I think that's Gracie. Let's see. There's somebody in the waiting room. Gracie, looks like Gracie. I'm gonna let you on. Oh, hi, Gracie.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Hello. I'm sorry I'm scruffy. I haven't washed my hair. So
it doesn't. But it still looks so nice and curly.
Thank you. Yeah, that's bed hair.
Oh, at least your audio is good. And
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you good, and your audio is good.
Good. That's a good start.
Right. You turned your YouTube audio off, so it's very good.
Oh, good. Right. Good.
Is that what you've done?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. Right.
Yeah.
Right, we're good to go then, aren't we?
Phew. I get a bit panicky when I don't know what to do with the computer. I'm just like, do you know what I mean? You just get a bit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
A bit kind of frustrating because it's something usually so simple.
No, I don't totally get it. And sometimes it takes me a while to figure it out or somebody has to explain it to me. And yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's me. It's getting quite late here, isn't it, Ian? What's the time now?
He's a night owl.
18 minutes past 9 or 21:18.
Oh, it's not right. It's not as late as I thought it was.
No.
Ian's a night owl. But this is not night. I mean, night owl.
Just the start of the day for an average YouTuber.
The start of the day for an average night owl.
Oh, I got a couple of trolls on my YouTube yesterday.
Yeah, troll.
What? In your comments? In your comments?
Yeah, really, really nasty kind of.
Oh, really nasty? That's horrible.
It's stupid to get upset about it, I know, but you do kind of get a bit upset.
I hear people that even have been on YouTube for a long time, they still get upset by it. I know an artist that has like 100,000 or more subscribers, and if she every now and then, if she gets nasty comments, every now and then she gets upset by nasty comments because, of course, I think they get them all the time. Once you're that big, you get tons of good comments, and you get some bad. And every now and then she gets upset by those comments.
You know what I do to stop people like that?
Yeah.
Because I do a little bit of computer programming. I actually tell them that that's what I am. I'm a computer programmer, and I can hack your system, and I can use the data you've given me to hack into any one of your systems. And I send them a little message.
Oh, I didn't know you could do
and it
that.
scares them, and they don't come back.
What kind of message do you send them? Like a little pop-up message that pops up on their computer that really lets them know that you really can do with that?
Yes, but don't tell anybody that I said.
Oh my gosh! See, I don't know how to do that.
Just don't tell
I can't because it's all dark side of the force stuff.
Yeah, it's called the dark web. The dark web.
It's not the dark web, but it's computer.
Awesome.
It's computer programming. If you know how to use computer programming,
I know. That's awesome.
There's always ways around everything.
Yeah.
Anyway,
moving
on.
You will be able to keep them away, Ian. I have some friends that have.
And by the way, it's actually doing that. You've got to be very careful because you might be infringing other, platform. You have to make alterations to the platform, which is actually against the rules. So don't you do it.
I have to check the chat. Sorry, you guys keep going. You keep. Oh, team build with Gio. Welcome. So nice to see you here, and I'm definitely coming to your live stream tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Team build Gio.
Ah, here we go. Paul's here.
Gio.
We've got Paul here.
Oh, Paul's here. Paul is the one who Ian is using Paul's painting for the live watercolor painting today. And it's Paul's painting. It's Paul's photograph that Ian is painting from to create a live watercolor painting today. He's getting set up, almost set up. We're chatting. And
Paul should come on and tell us all about this before we start.
Oh, okay. I will. Paul, are you willing to come on the panel and tell us about
if it's just audio?
This
tell us
about
it.
Yeah, the scenery that's so special for you here that you took this photograph of, and Ian's about to do a watercolor painting for you And team, okay, hold on. Team Build with Gia, welcome, and I'm definitely coming to your 7 p.m. live stream tomorrow, and it's for anybody that wants to build their YouTube channel. You get playlist partners. She's all about you get playlist partners as long as you can make a playlist that's 20 hours long. You can make a playlist that's 20 hours long, then you can start getting playlist partners, and she facilitates that at 7 p.m. Saturday night at her channel, which is Team Build with Gio. And if you wanted to know that again later, let me know. So
what time is that live stream?
That's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern. So how many hours that is that?
7 p.m. Well, you're 5 hours ahead of us.
Right.
Well, it's 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock there now.
Now that would be 12 midnight for you guys.
Yeah. That's okay.
Even if you watch
have we made any progress thought-wise about creating a art stroke craft sharing?
That would be brilliant, wouldn't it, Ian?
Sharing kind of thing. I don't mean sharing as in sharing art and craft. I mean supporting one another, specifically for art and craft people. Yeah. Or people who do creative things.
Hi, Alford. I gotta say hello to some people on the chat. Hello, JC. Hi, Alford's Journey. Hello.
I'm going to be making a start pretty soon.
Yeah.
And I think we have Rochelle in here. Rochelle, Rochelle, the Bajan stroke survivor. She is a stroke survivor, and welcome to you. Rochelle, welcome. Roy's the boy, welcome.
Hello, all.
Yeah, hello everybody.
And you have to be at the live stream to get a play. Oh, you can't be at the replay. So if you really wanted to get if you really wanted to get playlist partners, if you really wanted to try to build up your watch hours, replay isn't going to be good. She says you have to be at the live stream, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Saturday night. That would be 12 midnight for you guys.
I could probably make that.
All right, there she is, right in the stream. That's the name of her channel. It's called Team Build with Geo.
Can I just
Hello, Chrissy.
Can I just ask Ian a quick question? What paint are you using?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna explain what we do when we make a start.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hi, Chrissy.
But basically, that's I think it's a 24 set full pan. No, it's more than 24.
Yeah, it looks like that.
It's quite a few full pans of white nights.
Oh, I love white nights.
White nights, the best economy professional paint you can get.
They are. Thank you again for telling me, because I would have missed out on those.
Upload journey. Yes, I did see that.
The paper is Buckingford 300 grams, or for you guys in the USA, £140.
I'm going to highlight you right now. We're going to be off to the side. Hold on. I mean, you can keep talking.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to be.
And then Paul, would you like to come up on the panel and explain to us the significance of this scene, that the photograph?
I'll write something.
This is Ian is painting this from Paul's photograph that he sent Ian yesterday. And this photograph means a lot to Paul. And we wanted to know if Paul would come up and tell us something about the meaning of this. I mean,
I may not have the recording facilities to do it. So
I know one thing. He said that that's Mount McLaughlin. It's Mount McLaughlin. I believe it's in Oregon. Mount McLaughlin really, he said, really speaks to him.
Is it okay if I go now? And then I'll let you guys.
Okay. Thanks for coming in, Grace. Nice to see you.
You know how to switch it off, that little red X?
The Leaf Studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, Leaf Studio. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thanks for coming on. Nice seeing you, Gracie.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
See you all soon. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I don't look too scruffy. Okay, I'll just. There you go. Bye.
You can't see my hair.
Well, what can we do, eh? What can we do? Okay, bye. Thanks for inviting me on. Bye.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
I've got to focus myself now, because as I said, I'm filming on 2 cameras today.
Okay.
I'm going to set up my camera there.
Oops.
I've borrowed time once that, because I've only got around about an hour's worth of video capture on that. That's looking good. Right, I'm going to start on the filming. Right, we're recording. We are recording.
I'm trying to highlight you, and I'm trying to get this. Hold on. Oops, no. Okay, never mind. I'm going to figure this out. Hold on. I got it. It's right there. Oh, and I'm gone. Okay. It's only you. Okay.
Oh, that's what I haven't done.
There's another way to do this too. How do you do this?
I don't know.
See, it should be you. That's highlighted. I know. Mr. Bobby can explain this to me, because he's done this before. Hold on. To highlight somebody else. But right now, there you are. Ian is highlighted. His beautiful drawing is going to become a beautiful painting.
Well, we think it is. We'll have a try, and that's all you can do. You can try. Not every painting comes out perfect.
Chrissy says she can't see anybody. Can you see Ian right now?
Can you not see anything?
Just the
Right.
swirl of death. I don't know what she's talking about.
The swirl of death?
Yeah.
Oh, that means it's buffering. Click the, what they call it? The refresh.
And then Elf Lord's Journey says that's perfect, Diana. So Chrissy, I think that's buffering on your end.
It more than likely will be, yeah.
Because somebody
it looks okay at my end.
Okay, then she said, okay, had to go out and 3 times and got it now. She got it now. Chrissy got it now.
It's buffering. It happens all the time. It's an annoyance.
Yes, Gracie. Happy Friday to you too. And
so basically,
Paul,
I've heavily wet the paper, and if you notice, I prefer using these bulldog clips if I can. But at this end,
you prefer using them instead of taping it down?
Yeah, because there's issues with taping things down.
Why?
It don't always hold it enough. Whereas that's a mechanical grip.
I know.
That will not move.
Do the bulldog clips work better?
They do, yeah. But you can't always do it.
Block? I found even a block, it'll warp a little bit when you're painting.
A block?
Yeah. You know, like, don't you know a block of watercolor paper where there's all adhesive, they're all.
Well, a block shouldn't warp.
It shouldn't, but it does a little bit. And taping does too. I'm sorry. Like
the thing is, the reason why it warps is because your paper is not strong enough for the type of work you're doing on it. If you're doing a lot of wet work, then you need paper that's heavy.
Heavier than I have 140 pounds.
See, 140 pounds is only a standard weight. That is not really strong enough.
Whatever. I'm not getting totally into watercolor, so it's okay for me.
To do it properly, you need about.
Oh, somebody's in the waiting room. Hold on, maybe it's Paul.
It is.
It's Paul.
Oh, good. He can come in and explain to us and tell us reason why this is so inspiring to him.
Oh no! Can you hear Paul?
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, I can.
There you go. Hi, Paul. Nice to see you.
Yes.
Nice
hello. Well, there I am.
I'm just
phone.
Sorry, go on. That's great. That's fine. That.
There we go. That might be.
So
better.
while you were chatting a moment, I'm just going to stop my recording because I've got a limited amount of recording time.
Okay. He's trying to do 2 things at once. Ian is.
All right, here we go. It gives it time to dry that as well.
Yes, Paul, tell us about your special security.
What is it that you would like to know?
Well, okay, you said, is the mountain the most important thing to you? Because you did say Mount McLaughlin speaks to you.
Yes.
How about like the water, or the water is less important? It's the mountain that's most important to you.
Yeah, the mountain. You know, then there's that little bit of the forest in the, you know, just below the horizon, and then you have that water. But you know, Ian, you paint it how you feel. You know, it doesn't have to be exact. That's just an idea.
Oh, I'm just gonna try and get an impression of it, but it's nice to get the backstory of the photograph you took. You know.
Oh, certainly. There's a place out in Oregon I love. my girlfriend, she has family out there in Oregon, and we've been out there now 3, maybe 4 times already, and I love that state. It's so beautiful. If you have any chance, if you have any chance to go to the Oregon coast. Oh my God, it's phenomenal. My favorite place is Bandon, Oregon, which is right on the coast there, almost halfway up the state. It's just south of Newport. Well, anyways, this one picture that I took, this is a little further inland. It's southern Oregon, but it's more in the middle of the state. It's called Lake of the Woods. That's the name of the town, I guess.
Oh, wow.
It's like a state park.
The information I could get for it, and obviously I know nothing about this, but it called it Sky Lake. Yeah.
It could be. You know what?
That might be the area. It says Sky Lake Wilderness.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not very positive on the name of the lake. I never really. Well, my girlfriend's family was. I was out there on the 4th of July, and her family was camping there, and that was the I took that photograph right at the campground site.
Oh, and we have somebody, Elf Lord's Journey, who just said he lived right near there 20 years. I mean, 20 years ago or for 20 years. Let me check. He said.
Yeah, then he knows.
He lived there 20 years ago, right near there. He knows.
Sorry, go on. Go on. Sorry.
Go on.
I don't understand why he left. Oh my God. I'm trying to get out of Illinois. I hate it. I hate it in this state. It's over the years it's changed. It's just terrible.
What state are you in?
Pardon?
What state? Which state are you in?
Oh, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm in the north central Illinois section there, near Rockford, Illinois. Rockford, Illinois is the nearest big city next to me. It's pretty much right at the border of Wisconsin and Illinois, right in the middle of the state, left to right.
Are you near a Great Lake?
Well, yeah, Chicago is.
Lake Erie, is it? Lake Michigan?
Lake Michigan.
Okay.
So the actual picture itself, did you take it round? Do you remember? Were it round about midday time?
Yeah, it was like, if I can remember correctly, it was around 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it does look round about that kind of time, because the way I can tell is because if it were off to one side like that, it'd be very prominently dark at one side of the mountain.
Okay.
And it's coming straight down onto the mountain, so it's almost as dark at that side as it is at that side. So that means sun's coming almost straight down.
Yes.
So I figured that out. But what I'm going to do with it, just for dramatic effect, is I'm going to put it slightly more off to the coming that side. So you've got a light side at that side, and this side here is slightly darker, and it gives it that interest to the picture.
Good. Excellent.
We found out why Elf Lord's Journey moved. He said he didn't like all the rain.
Well, it's not that bad. It shouldn't be.
It's not like it in England.
Well, you know what? Oregon, and especially northern Oregon and Washington State, is very much like England.
Really?
Yeah.
Quite stop-start rainy. And I don't mean that we don't get it absolutely all the time, but we have a fair share of it.
Yeah. It's always damp and wet. It's misty.
Well, I've noticed on the actual photograph itself, what in summertime this particular paint?
Yeah, it was.
Which because I've noticed in other photographs that I've seen of it, it's completely snow capped in winter. So you can in the photo you can still see pockets of snow. So it's quite an high mountain that for it to have a snow cap. So it must be a very prominent mountain.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the elevation. I mean, if you want to, you could Google McLaughlin and it would tell you.
I think the first elevation is 4,000 feet.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know exactly what that means.
I think you said it's part of the Cascade Mountains.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. If you look up the state of Oregon and all the way around, there's a set of volcanic mountains that all go up Oregon, and that links on to Ring of Fire. So that must have been at one time of day part of Ring of Fire that goes all the way around. You know, the Pacific as a connected line of volcanoes.
Right.
All the way around it that goes all the way around to Japan and
connected to Yellowstone Park, I think.
Is it?
With a big giant underground volcano there.
Is Yellowstone on western side of America? Honestly, my geography is rubbish. I thought it was eastern, but
no, Yellowstone is western U.S.
Right.
Yeah,
you live and learn. Are you all Westerners?
I'm not.
No.
I live on the East Coast.
Oh no, you're East Coast, aren't you?
Diane's East Coast. I'm Midwest.
He's Midwest.
Ah, so you were on a completely different time zone, aren't you? Is that
right? One or 2 hours difference.
Is it 1 or 2?
I don't know.
From east.
1.
1. Because
are you central time zone?
There's central and there's mid.
Central's only 1 hour difference.
That's what I am. I'm central.
Central. And then there's mid. That's 2 hours, and then west is 3 hours, isn't it?
Correct.
So 3 hours of that's 45 degrees of the Earth.
Isn't that something?
360 degrees on planet, and 45 of it is taken up by the United States of America's width.
That's a miracle.
That's big.
No, it's big. And then
that's big.
Right.
No wonder why I can't afford to go and do a road trip all the way through America. It's too big.
You know what? Ian, don't start with that, because the Brits have it easy coming here to the United States. It's half the price.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, we get a couple of cents more on top of us as pound. We get like $1.25 for every dollar.
I have a son, not son-in-law. I have a brother-in-law. When he came here to visit, he took an extra duffel bag home just of gym shoes, because he got them so cheap here in the States.
Oh yeah.
I mean, real gym shoes, because he's a runner, a bicyclist, all that. Running shoes, bicyclist shoes. He went to one of those store outlets and he went to town. So, yeah. When we go to England,
you go to an outlet store. That's not all the stores. That's a special outlet store.
In the UK, you pay through the nose for everything.
Yes,
absolutely everything. It's unbelievably expensive in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
well, Ian, I don't know if Diana told you, but I'm from England.
Oh, originally
I didn't know that.
All right.
You're from England.
Right, whereabouts? Originally.
Well, I was born in Leeds Infirmary.
Oh, right. I remember you saying that, yeah. Well,
but I have family in Pudsey and Bradford.
You're a true Yorkshireman then. I salute
Yep.
you, my fellow Yorkshireman.
That's what my mom says. I'm a Yorkshireman.
You are. You are. If you're
Yep.
born in Leeds, that's good enough for me.
Yorkshire, north, south, east, and west is the best county in the whole country.
Well, we all used to be Leeds and South Yorkshire, Leeds and West Yorkshire used to be the alternate, but Leeds and West Yorkshire, sorry, South Yorkshire and West Yorkshire used to be what's called West Riding.
Oh, okay.
Right, that were all one big county, but they split it into two for some strange reason.
They must have done that a time ago, though.
Oh, yeah, I think they did do, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was early 1970s, though.
Well, I had 464 because that's the year I was born. So.
You might have been born in the West Ridings then. In that sense.
It says West Yorkshire on my birth certificate.
West Yorkshire. All
yeah.
Right. I don't know exactly when they swapped it over, but yeah, the largest county in England, Yorkshire, and that's where most of the Industrial Revolution started as well.
Yeah, and I think it's the highest elevation too, right?
In England, it is, yes.
Yeah,
It's got the Pennines on it, which is a place where a lot of people like going and walking.
Mm-hmm. Elkley Moors is beautiful.
I forget what the Kinder Scout. That's a lovely place to go walking. That's the highest elevation in England, I think. I think it is anyway.
Yeah. Elkley Moor is one.
Ilkley Moor, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, where I normally live, in Skipton, is not very far away from that Ilkley Moor.
Yeah, I know where Skipton is. Yeah.
Oh, it's a nice little town. Yeah,
sorry, I'm taking over your chat over here.
No, you.
I like to bring people up on the panel. But if somebody is doing artwork, whenever I can, I like to make him larger. But there is a way to make him larger and put us two off to the side, and I have to ask my friend how to do that because I'm not figuring that out right now.
Oh,
There's a way to make him larger and then put us off to the side, and I'm like, I cannot figure this out right here.
Do you normally do any YouTubing, Paul?
Do I do any what?
YouTube. Do you normally do any YouTubing? Are you a YouTube content creator?
Well, I do it for like a hobby. I recently became legally blind 2 years ago.
All right.
So to keep myself occupied. I decided to create a channel about being blind.
Right.
Well,
I became legally blind 13 years ago.
We've all got something in common because in one of my eyes, my right eye, I am completely blind.
That's how I was basically born, and my other eye,
and my other eye suffers from macular degeneration because we're having to work for two eyes.
Yes.
So I'm slowly but surely going blind.
Oh, hi, Kathleen.
Well, I might have made a mistake.
I was born with glaucoma. So.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, do you have to have the drops every day?
Yeah, I do the drops and all that business.
When I was a kid, I had to have
drops. You only became
they were horrible. Horrible. Really
when you only became legally blind 2 years ago, Paul?
Yeah, when I was born, my left eye was basically legally blind.
Right.
The right eye with corrective lenses, I could get to about 20/40, 20/30.
Oh, okay, good.
my visual field was about 115 degrees.
Oh, I don't
instead
know
of
what that means. I don't know what that means.
Well,
Well,
that's how far you.
Your peripheral,
it-
that
yeah,
means your
how far
peripheral.
it goes to peripheral, isn't it?
yeah, it's your visual field is your side to side vision, your peripheral vision, and a normal eye will see 180 degrees. Was seeing 115, so that was enough to function in school, and just I was just barely was able to drive. And
Right.
I got married and raised 2 kids and yada yada yada, and then all of a sudden at age 52 I ended up having routine surgery for my glaucoma started acting up, the eye pressure, the drops weren't care of the problem, so I had to do some routine surgery to release the pressure. And in surgery there's a risk. This was only 2% risk, and I ended up being the 2%. So my eye collapsed and hemorrhaged, and I went totally blind. And then 7 weeks later, some of the blood cleared up, and the doctors did the best they could. And I can only see about 10 degrees vision. So it's like looking through a paper tube. I have major tunnel vision, and my vision, I can't correct it with glasses. The best I can be is 2200. So
that's it. When your eye gets set.
2200 is pretty good. That's where legal blindness starts. 2200 vision.
right, but the legal blindness, anything under 20 degrees is legal.
I've never had to deal with that. My peripheral vision is like, I think, pretty much normal. I always have to deal with, like, what is it? How much 2200? How much below 2200? Because my very rare retinal disease, hereditary. Both my parents had to have recessive genes to give it to me. Started in my 40s, and I have the more rare kind because most people get it in childhood. It's called cone dystrophy. Most people get it in childhood. Right. I got it in my 40s, and that's a blessing because I had normal vision all my life until in my 40s, and then what was it? It takes out your central vision, not peripheral. So it not totally takes out your central, but pretty much mostly your central. But you would not believe how much you could see with your peripheral, but your most acute vision is with your central vision.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So you and I together, Diana, will be a complete eye.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, do you belong to, like, the blind association in the county where you live? Because we have monthly meetings.
Yeah. There's tons of support out there.
Right.
I go to there's some support classes out in Rockford I go to.
Are you gonna? Do you use I don't have to use a cane or a dog, but do you use a cane or a dog?
Oh, I have to use a cane.
Okay.
I don't use it around the house.
You don't prefer a dog?
You know what? I love animals, but at the same time, I have a dog already. I don't think I do enough to justify the dog to be doing work.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I'm done. I'm fortunately this happened at a later age, so I'm on early retirement. I'm on Social Security disability.
I'm on early retirement too, but I completed the amount of service and years that I had to complete to be able to get lifetime medical.
Yeah, I had you know what's crazy out in the States, and Ian will get a kick out of this. When people retire normally at whatever the normal age is, 65, but now I think it's 7. But anyways, when you retire, you can get Medicare, right? Well, So when you become on Social Security disabled because you're disabled, it's still basically the same thing. It's just I'm getting my Social Security check now instead of at 65. It's just I get it because I'm disabled. You would think that I would be able to get Medicare. I had to wait 2 years.
2 years. You have to wait 2 years. I already have medical because of my pension and because of I worked 25. I did 25 years of service in my career.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah. Well, you were a teacher, right?
I have like medical right now, but they told me in 2 years I'm going to have to go on Medicare, even though I already have. So I'm going to have to go on Medicare, but my current medical insurance will become supplemental.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. But isn't that something I just don't understand why you had to wait 2 years. So for 2 years, I didn't have health insurance.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's really
Thank
bad.
God nothing made
It's probably just as bad here nowadays because they've messed our social system up totally. But I'm not going to discuss it because I could get really angry about it.
Oh, no, we don't want that. We don't want an angry artist painting.
You might bring more passion in there.
Ian, Dina just got here. Dina Tollefson.
Oh, tell Dina. Oh, wait a minute. I can do better than tell Dina. I'm gonna reveal all. Where is she, Dina? Well,
we have Dina. We have what's this?
Dina might know what it is.
Showing something to Dina.
I'm showing something to Dina. Can you see it?
Oh, hold on. Let me put you on. Let me highlight you.
There you go.
I can't see what that.
It's a frog on a stick.
Is it a frog on a stick? Oh, yeah. It's a frog on a stick. You already started the challenge. You just announced it today.
Yeah, I thought I'd have a go at doing that. I shall. That's just a little preliminary for it.
Awesome.
It served as my warm up for setting this video up. Why is that like that?
So, Dina, the painting that Ian is doing is a photograph from Paul, and guess what? All three of us here on panel are all dealing with vision disabilities. I mean,
to be frank, most artists have problems.
And
most
Paul
artists have problems with their eyesight because we concentrate that much.
Wow, you can do a lot, Ian.
Well, one of my favorite, I can't remember his name.
People can't believe what I do, actually.
One of my favorite artists that's on YouTube. It is.
Oh, is that guy that feels while he paints?
Yeah, it feels.
I can't believe how he does that. I cannot believe it. I would never do that. To me, that's like so much work.
It's a specialized tactile paint that he's got.
I know, it's awesome.
He feels it, and if you think about it in your mind, and you already know what something looks like, you can visualize things in three-dimensional space. I mean, when I go into a dark room and light's not on, if I know that room, I know where I am in that room by just feeling a certain thing. I'm not saying that qualifies me as the greatest person who's ever been in a dark room. It doesn't. But one of the things I did, I went to college and did architectural technicianry. And we looked at tactile paving and things like that, and what the effects are on people who are blind, and whether they work or not. Do you have tactile paving there?
Tactile painting?
Paving on the roads.
Oh yes, oh yes. Yes, on some roads, like especially their major highways. If you drove off the side, it all of a sudden goes it lets you know that you just drove off the side a little bit. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So
yeah, but we don't have that on all our roads. Not all our roads, only like major highways.
On by law in the UK now, all roads have to have tactile paving next to them, so that anybody who's blind knows that they're coming to the edge of the road. So
yeah,
they're not supposed to be driving.
So we're being asked.
I see. I see
who is on panel? So introduce yourself. Well, there's obviously me, Ian Jackson. I'm doing this painting here. So Paul kindly gave us the reference.
Who gave the photograph? It was Paul who gave who suggested the photograph to Ian to paint today. It's a photograph of a place in Oregon that he really loves, with Mount McAllister in the background.
Mount McLaughlin.
I mean McLaughlin. Mount McLaughlin, right?
Sounds like whoever, sorry, go on, Paul.
I don't know. Is there a McAllister?
I'm sorry, I said it wrong.
It's all Muck.
Which is a mountain that speaks to Paul, and Ian yesterday suggested, is there anybody that wants me to paint something? And Paul came up with this. He had a photo, a very special photo, and Ian agreed to paint this. He started the drawing. He's about to paint it, and all of us are comparing that. All of us realized we do deal with some vision disability issues.
It's not easy, is it? It prevents me from being, because one eye is completely out of sync with the other one. When I look on a straight line, if I'm looking at it from right hand side, my actual vision is slightly skewed to left. So, because I'm binocular vision rather than monocular vision rather than binocular vision. Monocular vision.
My girl's dead. Monocular vision.
She does?
Yeah, because she did a LASIK.
She can still drive, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You can drive with one blind eye. You can still drive.
Yes, I mean, what I tend to do is when I'm looking absolutely straight forward, if I want to look slightly in the middle, which is what you would do if you have both eyes working, I just lean my eye slightly to the right, and then I see central vision. Yeah. So people over to the right-hand side seem to look as though I'm looking at them, but I'm not. I'm looking centrally.
I'm on YouTube right now.
Hello, person.
Came in from work, so I'm just telling her, "Hey, watch us."
Great.
Kathleen, we hope we answered your question. Who was on panel with Ian? It's myself and Paul. Here's the name. Yes, there's the name of his channel, Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul. Yes. Kathleen, he provided the photograph for Ian, which is painting in watercolor today.
So I've given this mountain area plenty enough time to dry now. I'm going to start moving in towards this forested area. Is there any, have you been in that forest, or are you allowed into it?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, you're allowed there. Yeah.
It looks like a dense pine forest to me.
Well, they trails in there. You can climb that mountain. You can walk. There's a trail to go all the way to the top.
What, the actual big mountain? Do you mean?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. It looks like a good challenge. That.
Oh wow! You climbed it, Paul?
No, I don't climb. No.
Actually, there's a very vibrant and strong hiking movement for blind people.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think if you look at it, look it up, I believe there's a YouTube video of a group of people that filmed while they were walking up that mountain.
I believe it. You can find anything on YouTube.
I mean, that looks to me like probably round about the same sort of size as maybe Snowdon in Wales, which is our second highest mountain.
Really yours? Diane, yours is called Artfully Yours, correct?
That's right.
Yes, Artfully Yours with Diana.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Kathy, thank you for being here as a mod.
Oh, Christy, welcome. Thanks for coming here as a mod.
Chrissy. And Bobby. Nice to see you, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby and Kathleen, welcome again.
So I'm not going to be too long before I'm going to make a start on next section. So I'm going to get my camera out. It's working fine. I'm remembering to do all this.
So, Ian, how did you trace everything out first, correct? Or
I did a preliminary drawing, if I can find it. Yeah, I did a preliminary drawing. If you notice on the photo, in comparison to this, I've moved the boat in more towards the towards the mountain a bit more, and I've come up a bit more closer as well.
It's yes, that's
it's an essence of the painting, but it's not exactly a like for like exact reference.
Well, you know what? It's better because of the fact that by the time my girlfriend took the picture, the sailboat was in the towards the center of the mountain, but by the time the picture took, the boat was to the left.
But well, that's it. Boats can like whip by so quickly. They're very fast boats that are on lakes like that. So yeah.
I didn't. I'm like, hurry, take this picture, take it. So she was trying.
Were you on a boat yourself?
No, not this boat, no. But I've been on boats.
But when the photo were being taken, were you on a boat?
No, I was right there at the campsite. That was the view of her.
That's from the land area.
Yeah,
yeah.
Land area. That the campsite was like 40 feet away.
That's where we like campsites, right next to the wilderness.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the whole state is beautiful. It's I didn't want to come home, I tell you that. I did not want to
give a little summary. Some people just came new in the room, and up on panel we have me, of course. I know that Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul. It was his photograph of a special place in Oregon that includes Mount McLaughlin in the background. And Ian Jackson yesterday said, well, is there anybody that can suggest a painting for me to do for tomorrow, which meant for today? And I suggested something, and he didn't. He wanted to do it, but he took Paul's suggestion of a photograph, his special photograph, which he is doing a painting of, which is a place in Oregon with Mount McLaughlin, a special place for Paul in the background. And
Diana is better than a polar bear in the snow.
Guess what? I might be doing that because I saw an idea of how to get it done, how to do it.
You'll be surprised how many.
I couldn't do it off the top of my head when they gave it to me. When Bobby suggested it to me. But were you there when he said polar bear in the snow?
Yes.
Oh, because I might be doing it on Sunday.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
Well, you'll be surprised how much
Bobby was joking. I don't know how much Bobby was joking, how much Bobby was real, but I did do a snowy scene, and I said, "There's no way I cannot do a polar bear off the top of my head. I need a reference and all that." But recently, I saw something, and to help me, and I think I might be able to pull that off on Sunday.
Oh, wow. Well, you were cracking me up yesterday because you said you want a polar bear in the snow. You just said, put a blank sheet of paper on the table and say, there you go.
I know. That's what he was saying. That's what Bobby was saying. There you go. There's your polar bear in the snow.
Well, yeah. It's an old art joke, isn't it? But you'll be really surprised how much colour there is in a polar bear in the snow painting. It's actually really complicated because the subtle light areas and greys that you have to paint, it's harder than doing something like this where you've got very obvious colour change.
Very obvious contrast.
Yeah.
Oh no. The way that I might be doing it is going to have some contrast in it. Some contrast of blues. It's going to come in the shades of the blues. The blues that are going to be in the background because that's how the snow is going to show up. Instead of painting black so that I had the snow show up, it's going to be painting shades of blue in the background for the snow to show up. It's not going to be polar bear in a snowstorm. It's just going to be polar bear in the snow.
Right.
Probably 2 polar bears.
Well, you know what? Polar bears are my favorite animal.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We're back on Sunday.
Very heavily neglected, aren't they? Especially as we're taking all the snow away because of various global warming issues and stuff.
Yeah.
Sad.
And Dina says, Ian, your painting is lovely.
Well, thank you, Dina.
Likes the composition.
I'm in too much concentration mode.
You don't have enough concentration?
No, I'm in too much concentration mode. That's why I'm going quiet. That's why I'm not looking at all things that are coming up on screen. I'm sorry, everybody. I do go quite quiet. I do most of my videos. I paint and then I do a narration after. And that's
right. You need peace and quiet to paint. Right? It's hard to paint when you're talking live. Yes, it is.
I'm surprised that I've concentrated to this level up to now.
I know. You're surprised. You're getting better, right? At being able to talk and paint. What?
I suppose it. I mean, I've been on YouTube for about maybe nearly 4 years now, and it is so for someone who doesn't normally like to express themselves very much in words. I'm getting better, but there's lots of room for improvement. So,
well, as from one Yorkshireman to the other, that painting is aces.
Is what?
Aces. Aces. We say aces.
Aces, right. Look at the mountain. Look at how we painted the mountain already. Awesome.
Do you know the old Yorkshire? It's a motto from Yorkshire. I don't know whether you'll know it or not. It says, "See all, hear all, say nought. Eat all, drink all, pay nought. And if that does out for now, do it for this end." It's an old Yorkshire saying.
Yeah, I think I remember something like that. But when I was told that, I was drunk. So
yeah, when people are drunk.
There's lots of pubs out there, and they're awesome.
Yeah, and they're all. I mean, they all stem from old microbe. You know, they used to brew their centuries ago when there weren't distributions of breweries and things like that. They used to brew their own beer. You know, each pub had brewed its own beer, and it had character and stuff like that. And that's why there were so many pubs back then, because each pub were a different experience every time. So
I like about them. They're like going into a home. They're beautiful.
Some old
What's
ones
beautiful?
are. Yeah, they are quite homely. Some of them. I mean, they
What
try
are you
and
talking
build.
about?
They try building modern ones, but they just don't have that same like feel. But if you're getting a proper old one, they're great. They've got like a, it's just like you can take your shoes off and put your slippers on. Not that I have any.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
We're talking about pub.
Going into a pub in England and like feeling like you're at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they do on Sunday. Sunday they don't go home. They go to the pub and they have a Sunday meal.
Yeah. Go out, have a meal. Sunday lunch.
Roast beef.
Really, yeah, the pubs really become like their second homes, right? Or even their first homes.
Can be, yeah. I mean, at one time it got a bit bad when because I mean, it used to be an issue with people smoking a lot and what have you in pubs, but they don't allow it now. They don't allow it. So,
they don't allow it.
So more families have come back into the pub and they go out for meals and things like that now.
Yeah, it's like going to like it's almost like a bed and breakfast, but it's dinner.
Well, that's what pubs were originally. They were for travellers. They were travellers' inns. And if you were travelling from one end of the country in a coach to other, you'd stop overnight in a open house. And they put your dinner on, they put a pint of beer in front of you, and you had lodgings. And that's what they were originally. And every town and village had one. And some towns had several. If you come to my local town, Barnsley, it's basically a couple of shops and rest is a big gigantic pub.
Wow.
You know that old saying about rats? You're never more than 10 feet away from a rat or whatever. I don't know whether that's true or not. But in Barnsley,
Who said that in England? You're never more than 10 feet from a rat.
Oh, apparently, I don't think that's true. I think that's propaganderous rubbish. But it states a point, though, doesn't it? So put a bit of text in. I don't want to overwork that because it is in the distance. So I'm going to stop now because there is a potential for overworking it. That's it. I'm done now with that. I'm going to let this dry for 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes?
Yeah. I don't want any of that to run into this bit here.
But can't you paint it, and can't you paint down where the water is now?
Well, that's where I'm going to paint next. But it's
right. That doesn't mean you stop painting. That just means you stop and paint at a different place that doesn't touch that part.
Yeah, but that edge there, I don't want that edge while it's wet painting. And I'm going to be working that area and that area, all in one block, all in one row.
I'm enjoying myself immensely just seeing how this is transforming. This is
so nice.
It's one of my favorite places.
And then obviously we've got detail. I mean, this is just a bit of detail in the boat. It's going to have a little bit of greys and blues in that. And it's a white boat, isn't it, as far as I can see? So it's got a bit of shadow in there. The boat itself is not particularly a difficult thing to paint. That really is more a shaded area of this. The hardest thing to get right is this.
What?
The
water.
The water, the ripples of, because you can overdo it and make it look not realistic. And I'm gonna try and go for a realistic feel to it. So everything's got to be absolutely dry, and I'm going to be using a dry brush technique to drag across like that.
Ian, so what size is the painting?
I'll give you a rough measurement now. Let's have a look.
He's going to give it to you in centimeters.
I'll give it you in inches. Mind you, can you work in centimeters, being an Englishman?
My girlfriend has a question. She's an artist too, Ian. She wants to know what the weight of the paper is.
It's £300 booking for.
Whoa, 300 pounds. Nice and thick.
Oh, sorry. 300 grams.
Oh, grams.
140
Oh,
pounds.
it's 140 pounds. That's
So
standard.
Just short of 11 inches.
Okay.
In length. And we are touching that. Just over 7.5 inches width.
Oh, so almost like 8 by 11. 8 and 3. I think a standard sheet of paper out here is 8 3/4 by 11 3/4.
Yeah, what it were, I cut it off of what they call a quarter imperial. So this is an 1/8 imperial, if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
So I've got a quarter imperial sheet of paper, which is, if I can find it, I can't find it. I've got a quarter imperial sheet, and I cut it in half, and that's. I'll give it you in millimeters, and then I'll be able to tell you exactly accurately. Because although I was brought up to use inches, we don't very often use inches at this size. If I were doing a big project, I'd use inches. Like things that are large. Feet and inches, it's great. But when you start talking about small scale stuff, I find inches are very clumsy. So millimeters are a better measurement.
Well, I'm just used to inches. I can understand. I can visualize inches better.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's because you're brought up with it.
Yeah, because I was brought up with it.
It's just when you start getting these like 7/16 and all that.
Oh, that. No, those are a pain in the butt, aren't they? You're right.
That's why if you're measuring exact inches, it's dead easy. But once you start going down to these micro levels,
yes,
I have
right.
not got a clue what they are.
I know what you mean.
It's so complicated.
It's more simple mathematically too. So
well, yeah, it's on a base of 10, which we're all used to, because normally we've all got 10 fingers.
Yeah.
So I think just to speed this up a tiny bit and make sure that I'm going to make sure that there's absolutely that all looks dry now. So I'm ready to start doing this. So what I'm going to be doing, what kind of brush should I use? Let's have a look. Should I use my ache again? I don't know. It's a very juicy brush, an ache.
What watercolors do you use? The acrylics?
No, these are actual water. Acrylic is water-based, but this is actual watercolor paint.
Okay.
By White Knights.
White Knights?
White Knights. They are a very good company.
Oh, that must be a UK company.
No, it's actually it's Russian, by St. Petersburg.
Russian.
Yeah.
Huh. So do you art supply store, or do you order everything online?
Most of these it's a mixture of both, but you can get them from art supply. There aren't that many art supply shops around anymore.
Yeah, I didn't see that when I was I've been to England back and forth for about 10 to almost 15 times life, and all the time in there I haven't seen them.
If you ever go to Skipton ever again or anything like that, there's one there.
Oh, okay.
In Skipton, called Skipton.
Is that far from you? Ian?
It's not far away, no. It's not very far at all. So what I'm doing at the moment, I'm going to film this because it's important for the video.
Yes, he's live streaming plus filming a video at the same time of this.
He's very.
I've got to. I've got to do this because I've not got a video out for the last week or so, couple of weeks. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my brushes dry as I possibly can. Right. Because I'm going to use dry brush technique, and I've used this already. And these brushes, these hake brushes, they can hold a boatload of water. They soak up water a lot. So I'm going to mix up some nice blue with another brush, and then I'm ready to go. Let's have a look. See what.
And the water is the hardest part for you?
It's not that it's the hardest part. It's just that if you don't get it right, you can spoil the painting.
I think it's more tedious, if anything, right?
Yeah. There's a technique to it, and it's like that sky that has a particular technique. So, right, I think that is about right. So I'm gonna drag. You can't really see it. I've got some paint already set up there. If I just show you, I've got some blue set up there. I'm just going to drag it across like that. You notice how it's like picking up in a very streaky manner. Well, that's what I'm going to try and add to this. And as you get closer, you get more detailed.
That's right. The further you get along in the painting, the more and more detail you got to get put in.
Right, for the background, that's as much as I want doing.
The wash is usually first.
Yeah, put your washes in what you call your atmospherics in, or your key colour. And I've gone with a blue for a key colour. And then you build up over that with what's called washers or glazes. And you keep building and building, and that will give you a sense of depth. So I'm going to put a bit, I'm going to wet it now a little bit more and get some more blue in it.
So Diane, saying you were a teacher, were you an art teacher?
Yes, I was a. Yes, I have 2 master's degrees, and one in one in art education and the other one in fine arts, and yeah, public and there's in the top 5 highest paid school districts in the country. New Jersey is one of the top 5 highest paid school districts in the country, which is New Jersey, Connecticut, Alaska, California, and I don't know what the 5th one is. So yeah, I taught in a New Jersey urban public school district for 25 years.
Oh wow! So you know,
yeah,
that's a small world because my girl's family, she has some family out there in Jersey.
really, yeah.
Yeah, and she's a teacher too.
Well,
She's
yeah,
she's a teacher's aide.
oh, she's a teacher's aide. Okay. I always thought I'd like to. I mean, I always wanted to be a teacher's aide because you didn't have as much responsibility, but then you didn't get paid as much either. So
yeah,
that's the thing. So,
but she's close to retirement, so she's just.
yeah. So, I was gonna try to go to a few more years, just a couple more years, because my husband had to go a couple more years. But they were going to drastically change my work my work conditions. They were going to over again. See, they kept going through cycles because I've been in that school district for 25 years, but I've been in that school for like about 15, like more than 15 years. Like, I mean, in my 7th or 8th year is when I went in that school and stayed in that school until my 25th year. And, they would just do this thing where like overpopulate the school, then then get an annex and then make it good again, and then overpopulate. They just keep going in cycles. Like now they went back to overpopulating the school and they said next year, which they meant like last year, they meant for your next year, we're going to take away the art room, the music room, and the offices for the ESL teachers, and they're going to populate the other extra rooms that they had, and they were going to put they did put 2 to 3 trailer classrooms in the playground, which that's not good because it cuts off the space of the playground for the kids, and it's like horrible. Like and they were going to and that's in a school that's a 115-year-old school with 4 levels and no elevator. So I did that when I first 5 years I was at that school. I was like art on a cart, art in a box, like art in a cart. They had a cart and closet on 4 levels. And so I did that for the first 5 years 4 or 5 years that I was at that school. And then I did have an art room for the last 13 years that I was at that school. And then they said, okay, next year we got to take away the art room, got to take me. And I'm like, you know what? I have the years in service. I was going to try to go to a couple more years, but no. And then they said, and then we want you to be half the year at this school and half the year at another school. And I'm like,
oh dear.
You know, so I was going to try to go a couple more years, like because my husband had to, but then because they were drastically changing my work conditions, I'm like, yeah, never mind. I'm going out on early retirement because I have the years and I have the
service. Yeah.
The service. I mean, the
tenure.
years and the what was the other thing? The service and the
tenure, right?
No, the service and the well, no, that's the same thing. What is the word? I can't. I had the years for it. Whatever.
Yeah. It's tenure, isn't it? That's what it is.
Oh no, you only need 3. No, well, when I hired, you only needed 3 years for tenure. I had the tenure. That didn't matter. In 3 years, you got the tenure. But
the definition tenure means 10, don't it?
No, it could mean 10. I mean, maybe that's what
originally
came from that. It originally came from that, maybe, possibly, I don't know. But in our school district, tenure started with 3 years plus 1 day.
Oh, that's not bad.
Then you had tenure when I hired. Then I think they changed it for the new hires. I mean, now I'm 25 years in, and like those new hires, they're facing something totally different. For them, early retirement is age 65, and regular retirement is 70. When I hired, early retirement is 55, regular retirement is 60.
Yeah.
So like
that's the union pension, right?
It's not just the union doing that. It's the union when they have to bargain with the school board.
Yeah.
It's what
schools in the
I don't know how they do. I don't know how they do that. I wasn't keeping up with how they all changed that. That's you know what they want you to work as old as you possibly can work, and then you're going to die pretty soon, so you don't have to collect the money.
Right.
That's my conspiracy theory.
That is the rotation of life for what they considered for us. Work yourself to death and then die.
Okay, I know what it was. I had the age plus the years. I couldn't think of the age. You had to have the age plus the years.
I'll just put this in. up the workers.
What? What'd
Well,
you do?
Paul will know the radical attitude of people in Yorkshire anyway, from that viewpoint.
Yeah.
The radical
We
attitude.
don't like the authorities here, to be frank.
Nope, it doesn't. I'm reading some of the chat. Nope, it doesn't. Who's Thidwick? Have you ever heard of Thidwick? Is that somebody UK?
Let's have a look. See if I can.
Thidwick, the blue-hearted moose.
I won't imagine a blue-hearted moose would be from the UK.
I don't know where that's coming from. She said, I don't know, Mystic, where you're coming from.
No, sure.
Hi, Lisa B. Welcome. I know you came in earlier, and sorry I didn't. Well, I'm saying, hello, Lisa B. I know you came in earlier.
I believe Mystic was talking about Dr. Seuss.
That's right. She just put it. Diana, it's a Dr. Seuss book. Good guess.
What you mean? I'm the literary equivalent.
Dang, I never heard of that one.
I'm the literary equivalent of Mr. Potato Head.
Thing 1 and thing 2. I knew that one. You're the what? A literary equivalent of Potato Head?
Mr. Potato Head, yeah. Do you have them in America? Well, of course you do, because he's in what they call it in Toy Story, isn't he?
Yeah, Mr. Potato. Yeah,
he's my favorite character in Toy Story. By the way, I used to have one of them when I was a kid.
Historically, the United States brought potatoes over to England.
We brought them over from the United States. No, I think we brought them over from South America. What they call it, Sir Francis. We may have imported them later from America, but I believe Sir Francis Drake brought the potato to Queen Elizabeth I, and he said, "Here,
from the United States."
The United States? No, yeah, but surely, had Britain colonized America at that time?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure potatoes were growing in the ground, and you took some home with you.
That's it, and we're one of the biggest potato producers on the planet now. We have everything. We even have a traditional dish. Fish and chips. Are you missing them? Being a Yorkshireman, are you missing them?
Oh my God, don't even talk about fish and chips.
Now, I've got to ask you, cod or haddock?
Oh, haddock.
Haddock, really?
Oh yeah. Come on, that's your way, haddock.
It is when you're good at seaside.
No. Okay, all right. For Diane to understand a little bit about England, England is like the United States, except for they're the opposite. Okay, yeah. So the south of England is like the north of the United States, and the south of the United States is like the north of England. So when Ian and I say we're Yorkshiremen, we're like down south for the United States.
Kind of.
We're all country. The language is completely different than you can tell a Londoner versus a Yorkshireman in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
The way they talk.
People think that people in London are in Yorkshire, though, don't they? Sometimes really weird.
Yeah.
Are you from London?
London is what? No. London is what part? What do they call that? What part is that?
It's in several counties, that area, but it's where is it? It's Essex. There's a famous TV program called Made in Essex. And,
so they're in Essex?
Yeah, they are London, yeah. And it's like 400 mile away. It's like a different. It's equivalent to being in a completely different state.
Wow. So wait a minute. Water. They're equivalent of being in a different state.
Well, they might as well be because we've got very little in common with them.
Yeah. So
in the water. Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna talk because I was gonna change the subject for a minute. Yeah.
London ends up doing the cod, and Yorkshire does the haddock.
Oh, for their fish and chips, you mean?
A traditional. It depends because some people haddock is a very fishy fish. When you taste haddock, you can taste that it's full of the sea, whereas cod is quite mild.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, but haddock is more juicy and flaky. Yeah. It's like a steak of fish.
It is, yeah. You're saying that if you do a cod right, that can be quite nice and flaky.
Yeah, it's hard to find haddock over here for fish and chips. Really? Well, yeah, they don't make it like in England, you know.
I believe is it bream? Not bream. Bass. I believe that's a substitute in US for not for haddock, for cod.
Yeah. There's tons of cod out there. The haddock, no. The simple reason haddock is like almost like $9.50 a pound.
Wow, that is a lot.
Cod what did you say haddock is? Cod's probably more expensive, right?
No, it's cheaper.
Oh, it should. It's the most common fish on the planet. Cod.
Yeah, cod. Cod's way cheaper, Diana. Way cheaper. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't eaten much fish. But wait a minute. So Ian, in the water, you're using a lot of gray. Are you using a lot of shades of gray?
It might look like that. It's a slightly grayed out, dull blue. So I'm using ultramarine blue, but I'm doing what's called neutralizing it. So it's not vibrant. You look at the water in the picture. It's got lots of nice. Right, I'm using the white of the paper to create highlight speckling on the water, and to create the dark areas, I'm just using a neutralized blue. Which means it's had its strong blueness took out of it, and it's more towards the grey.
Right.
So yeah, it is grey, but it is quite blue. It's still very blue, that. And to be honest with you, I'm not that far off finished.
You're not. What?
I'm not far off finished. There might be some fiddly details to do, but apart from that,
you're not far from finished.
Not far. It's mostly detail now.
Well, I have a question, Ian. What do you plan on doing with this painting?
It'll just go in me in my collection of other paintings, the pile of paintings. That's it.
So, what would it cost me for you to part with it?
Well, it's not. In the major issue is it cost more. I can have a chat privately with you later, but it will cost more to send it over than it would to actually pay for it.
Oh, really? Shipping you think that expensive?
What it is, I sent 2 paintings not too long ago to USA with fragile, do not bend, and all that sort of stuff on it. And I sent it to be and delivered, one of them, you know, delivered to the person's hand. And in America, you've got these little teeny weeny little boxes that you have all your mail put in, don't you? Well,
Right.
mailman got the package, scrunched it up into a tiny little ball and shoved it into the mailbox. When the person received it, it was ruined.
Oh,
I said I'd never do that again. But the only way I can do it without it doing that is making it so that the mailman or whoever it is who's scrunching it up, I have to put a piece of really hardboard in it, which is heavy.
Yeah.
And that then makes it expensive. So we're talking nearly $20.
Yeah, what do you
For
like expensive?
just for something as big as that. That don't include actual how much it costs and how much I'll get charged for taxes. So it honestly, it ain't worth actually sending one over. I'd sooner just say I'll make an arrangement with someone for you to pick up, as long as they don't hand it on to anybody else, an high definition image that they can go and have printed onto some watercolor paper.
Yeah.
It's cheaper and quicker to do that.
to do what?
He's talking about making a giclée print.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So you send. Honestly, that's probably best thing to do. In the current, until I can get something where, and it's only going to get worse because some are faffing about that they're doing with politics at the moment, with everybody fighting one another with trade wars and all that sort of stuff. It's going to get more and more and more expensive to buy things from abroad because they'll just put taxes and taxes and taxes on top of it. And then that free market that we've had for years will vanish. You'll not be able to buy anything outside.
But in this situation, I don't think anything would be subject to tax. It would just be like,
oh no, it would be from my viewpoint because I'm self-employed and I have to declare. But I mean, just private as friends, then no, it wouldn't be, no.
okay, well, I'll tell you what, Ian. Diana has my email, so just communicate with her, my email, and then reach out to me and we'll talk, because the email would be the best.
Yeah. We can have a chat about it. We can come to some sort of arrangement.
Yeah, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, you know, this is very special to me. So, you know, really, money is no object. Now, when it comes to something like this,
I'd like to say probably about maybe $35 to $40 in total. We all, and a lot of that will be the post and package.
That will include the postage?
Well, it depends. I mean, I'd have to go and have it weighed. That's the reason why I can't say for absolute.
Oh, yeah. But what about you? I mean, you get some money too for being an artist.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I'm not doing this as a commissioned piece, am I? It's a piece of practice for me. So if you feel that if you feel that you like that, then there's a minimal purchase price like there is for any of my painting. But if that's the difference between a commissioned piece and an actual piece of artwork that I've just done because I wanted to do it.
Okay, I see.
I cover my costs on because it's a piece of art, because I wanted to do it, I cover my costs. That's fine. If somebody wants to buy it, then it covers my costs and it helps me buy some more. But if it's a commissioned piece, then that's something completely different.
Right. Well, we
and
can
an
communicate, because I would want this very, very much so. And paying $40-$50 for shipping is nothing. It's worth
no,
it.
It wouldn't be $40-$50 for shipping. I'd estimate anything between $15 to $20 for shipping.
Okay.
And
Okay.
maybe £20 to pay for it. So it's going to be around about $35 to $40.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Which is not bad. It's not bad for an original piece of artwork, is it? Can't really grumble. I mean, I can't find anywhere where anybody can.
Well, are you going to sign it, Ian? You're going to sign it, right?
Oh yeah, I'll sign it in this bottom corner here somewhere. But that is roughly it.
Wow.
That's me painting. I hope people have been able to get something. I know I've not discussed very much how I've done it, but I am filming this, and I will do a step-by-step analysis of what I've been doing on the video.
Somebody in the chat says that would be cool to have that scene on a coffee mug. They probably would buy it if they saw that.
Well, that's why digis are so good. You buy an high definition image of the artist. That's the best way to help an artist. Get them to buy a digital image of them, and then you go to your local printer, and you then
right. I see that a lot on Etsy. People buy the digital image and they can print it out however many times they want, but they have to go to the local printer.
You good. Well, on whatever system you use, go to the printing people, and they'll print it on a mug. They'll print it on your whatever you want. There's all sorts of options. So if people ever want any of my pictures or anybody else's pictures, ask them about digital prints, which is, for a couple of dollars.
Which you can get printed on archival paper, framed or unframed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can have an entire package put together for you, and it saves having to actually.
But international shipping is really expensive. Like on my Etsy shop, for my archival prints, I don't even ship internationally. Maybe for my original I would. For my originals I would, but not for my archival prints. I can't. It's way so expensive.
If this were a considered piece of work that was a person's asked me to actually do it as a, they commissioned me, and it were a large enough piece of artwork, like maybe a full-sized sheet of paper or an half imperial or something like that, then I would ship that. Whatever cost it meant, whatever necessarily cost. But at such a small size, the painting is less. It has less value than the actual shipping costs. It's stupid. So it really makes it hard for people like me and other artists to actually make any money off of this. We are actually going to our patrons and saying, it's going to be an expensive arrangement. Unfortunately, that's fair enough. That they do a very good job of actually providing shipping from one country to another, and we're grateful for that. But the two that I've had done and damaged put me off a lot. So the only way I can do it is by armor plating the actual picture, and that makes it heavy, which makes it more expensive, which is annoying because I don't want my patrons to be paying more than what they have to. But anyway, that's my painting for today.
Well, thank you, Ian, for coming
Thank
by.
you.
Thanks so much.
And
And then Paul will be in contact with me by email.
yeah, or if he
And then-
wants to, I mean, I'll put my what they call it in the chat now. I'll put my Facebook, and you can
Oh, I already have your Facebook. You don't need to put it in the chat.
Right.
I already have it.
If
Oh
you
my!
just said it,
I forgot to say. Oh my God! Yes. What were you gonna say?
right. So
Because I have
no,
to put something in the chat.
uh-huh.
I
It's
did an
okay.
art collaboration. I did an art collaboration, and the video came out today. I did it with another artist, and she has fewer than 50 subscribers on her channel. I totally got sidetracked. So next time I'm on, which is going to be, on Sunday? I can't. I'll try to come on tomorrow, either that or on Monday. In my chat, I got to like post her link. Either that, you go to my channel, but I got to post her link for her video, because we did an art collaboration on Greek mythological goddesses. She chose a goddess, and I chose Mother Earth goddess, and it's with storytelling, and she's really good at the mythological storytelling. She's really good at it because that's what she specializes in, and but mine, I had to read it, and I just want exposure for her channel, so I have to get her link and post it in the chat. But I should have done it in the middle. I got so sidetracked. So
you've got to know your Greek words.
Oh my God, the Greek words were horrible. You should hear me tripping over these words.
We haven't got an excuse, because quite a bit of the English language
I know
made from Greek.
I don't even Latin or Greek. Oceanus, and then I'm like, oh yeah, the English word for that is ocean.
Oceana.
Right.
Yeah. It is logical once you start thinking about some of the words that we've got already. You can work it out what it is.
What's the difference between Latin and Greek?
A completely different genre. The Latin language comes from Greek.
A lot of our vocabulary comes from Latin.
Yeah.
But also comes from Greek.
The English language is a combination of Greek and
Latin.
Greek, Latin, and various bits of European culture.
Oh,
such as Spanish, French, German. All those influences went to forming the English language.
And I've invited her up here. I just invited her sometime, whenever's good for her, to come up here, and she can be drawing and painting or whatever. I think she mainly is a drawer. She can be drawing on panel, and that will give her a lot of exposure for her channel.
Yeah, will do. Yeah. Well, that's what she needs to do. She needs to get more proactive with interactivity with people, and she'll get more exposure.
I totally got sidetracked, and I'm gonna oh goodness. Oh, can I do this? I'm trying to do it for my iPad. I think I have to put in links on my laptop, and that's harder for me, because that means I have to get off of here. So
well, I'll see if I can.
Wait, let me see
what were her name, because I can put a link in for her, can't I?
Right. It's Rosemary. It's all one word. Rosemary Cat. Rosemary CAT and the number 5. Well, that's her. That's her. That's not the video link for our collaboration, but that's her website link.
Well, when I looked this afternoon, it weren't up, so I'll just put a link to her page.
So I'm going to try to put it in right now. Oh, yes, I can type in here.
Cat.
I
Fine.
can type in here, right.
I probably.
Well, that painting is brilliant.
All right. Thanks, and we will have a chat about
Yeah,
it.
the problem is the Facebook I'm having problems with because when I find you, but I got my password and I don't remember it,
Right.
and it gets a little sticky on the phone. I just got the phone. I don't have a computer,
Right.
so it would be best to do email. And so if you can communicate with me through Diana, because Diana already and I have each other's email.
Yeah. That's
so
great.
however you want to handle it, Ian,
yeah, we can do it. We can do it like that if you've got issues with Facebook. I mean, Facebook's just
No, Diana, you can give Ian my email. It's not a problem. I give you permission for that. So contact me that way, Ian. And yeah, $40, $50.
I do not even have Ian's email. I contact Ian on Facebook. So Ian,
easy way to do it.
Email.
I'll put this in. Dead easy. If anybody needs, I might as well because it's on my thing anyway.
What I'm saying, Ian, is you can tell Ian in Facebook my email address, and he can email me.
Oh, okay, right.
But you also have I'm in your contacts now in your emails, so you could just
I'm gonna in the chat. I'm gonna put my email address. There you go.
You're gonna put it in the chat?
Yeah. Well, if I get people irritated,
hurry up and get it, and then you can remove it.
Well, it don't matter. It's there now anyway, so people can still look back at it.
Well, I think I have to exit in order to see it.
Right. Well, it's in the chat anyway.
Okay.
Well, write this down. Then have you got somebody who can write it down for you on a piece of paper?
Lisa, do you see it in the chat? Oh, maybe my girlfriend, she can he put his mail in the chat, so he doesn't want to keep it up there forever. He wants to delete it. So
well,
as soon as
it's too late now. People can actually see it forever there, but it don't really matter. I mean, it is public. It's just that I tend, for security reasons, not to give it out too much, because you always get your odd nutter, don't you?
Yeah, my girlfriend's got it. I'll contact you and we'll work out how you want payment.
We'll see how. I mean, it might be better. I'm a member of something called the SAA, which is an art club in Britain, and what you can do is buy credits. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you mean
so you can purchase. So okay. And then there's no money exchange then.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
Wow, really? No.
Yeah.
They help you out like that?
Well, if you're a member of it, all they're interested in is the fact that you've got that credit, and then I go to them and I buy whatever art tools and equipment I want. It's an art society in Britain called the SAA.
And then I can just write out a check to them, an American. It can be a problem.
I think you'd need to communicate with them exactly how you do it, because I'm not right sure. But we'll chat about that another time.
Okay. All right. I gotta go.
Bye.
Okay, then.
Nice to see
Thanks for coming on and helping us out with the information.
You were on for 2 hours. You guys were on for 2 hours. Welcome. Bye.
Yeah, I've got to spend rest of the evening editing now. Woohoo!
All right. You guys take care.
All right.
Okay, bye. Take care.
Peace out.
Bye-bye. Peace out.
Peace out. I'm staying on.
Well,
I'm little longer.
I'm gonna get myself off now, probably.
Okay. Thanks so much, Ian. Awesome.
Right,
So awesome to see you.
and I'll say bye bye to you all in chat.
I hope everybody enjoyed his beautiful watercolor painting, watching him paint it.
And I'll have a tutorial up about this maybe sometime tomorrow.
He's gonna have a video up on this, about this too.
And I'll be going in depth on exactly what, if I can remember, exactly what I did.
Can you put your YouTube? I could put your YouTube. I could put your YouTube channel in the chat.
People can click on my channel by just clicking on where my name is.
Oh, you gotta type something in the chat. Ian's gonna type something in the chat, and you can check out his channel. You can, if you love his watercolor painting. He does lots of watercolor painting. Check out his chat. There he is. He just typed hello all. Check out his chat if you love to see more watercolor painting by him.
So that's it. Job done today. Because I've been worried that I've not got no videos out of it last couple of weeks.
Now you got a video. You got a video.
Well, I've got it in the can. I've got to get it out of the can and up as a video. That's I mean, it's going to probably be 24 hours before I get that all sorted out.
Okay.
I've got to get me dad off to Seaside tomorrow.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So quite a bit of day is going to be messing about with that.
Chrissy Canvas Art's still here. She says lovely painting. Chrissy, I thought you'd be in bed by now.
I'm going to say it's a bit late for Chrissy.
She must have insomnia. Chrissy, you got insomnia?
She's turning into a YouTube late night artist.
What are you turning into, a night owl?
Yeah, I'd like to see Chrissy become a 2 o'clock in the morning artist. Come on, Chrissy.
It's 11:05 where she is. That's not really that late.
Well, no, well, I don't know. If I were doing videos and things like that, really, I've got at least another 2 hours before I'm going to be thinking about going to bed.
Ian, you go to bed at 5 a.m., don't you?
Oh, no, if I'm up for a specific reason, yeah, I do. But that's because I'm up on a channel helping somebody out.
Oh, okay.
That's not my normal usual time. I generally go to bed about maybe at 12 o'clock at night.
Really? No. I thought you were generally usually
if I'm up
a night owl.
If I started a painting at a certain time and I weren't watching what time it were, I could be up at 2 o'clock in the morning still painting it, because your brain don't register how long you're taking.
Oh, right.
So you just get on with it. And with watercolor painting, you can't just stop. You've got to you've got to get it to a point where you can stop.
Oh God, this is what Chrissy said. Chrissy said she was waiting for you to finish your painting. Now she's going to get ready for bed.
Yeah, you'll get yourself off to bed, Chrissy. I'm gonna make a full video of this anyway, Chrissy.
She gets up at the crack of dawn. She gets up at the crack of dawn, she said.
Well, she's probably an early girl.
You must be an early bird.
That's it. Some people are. They're up at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
I'm more of a night owl.
That's when I go to bed.
I stay up till like 12 or 1. Sometimes later, and I pay for it. Well, I pay for it if I stay up later.
Well, a lot of reasons why I started going to bed late. Well, because I started watching Lisa Lockery, and she don't come on until like 2 o'clock in the morning for us.
Really?
And she's on for a couple of hours. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what.
My goodness! Wait a minute. Oh, I know who you're talking about. She's American.
Yeah, she does a lot of pencil work,
Oh,
and you know how slow pencil works.
and she's hyper realistic, super
Yeah.
realistic,
Yeah,
right?
but you know, I mean, because for something like that, it's worth it because you
Oh
learn
my
a lot
God,
from
she
it.
is super realistic.
So, and that's what started me being up late at night.
She started you being up late at night.
Yeah, because she's live, obviously, and she doesn't. I mean, it's probably only 7 o'clock at night where she is, or something. But
Right, she's married, yeah.
but from where I watch, it's like 2 in the morning starting.
Well, I didn't know that she's always not at night. I mean, I didn't know that she's always
Oh,
live.
no.
I thought a lot of times her stuff is videos.
She does do a lot of non-live videos, but at least once a week she does.
I watched her. I used to watch her
live.
a lot on a regular basis, but I've forgotten. I stopped watching her because I'm never doing hyper realism. I've done some of her paintings, like some of her paintings that she does for, like, she shows you step by step how to do certain paintings. And I've done a couple of her, like I did one of her surrealistic painting that she showed how to do, and something else. But for her, because she does that step by step painting thing, and I do follow along with that. But I cannot do hyper realism. It's not my forte. I don't enjoy it. And I mean, I love looking at it. I do appreciate it, but I can't, whatever. So, and she talks really fast, right?
Yeah, she's got one of those fast American. She's got a fast American accent, hasn't she?
Yeah, she does. She even said, like, some people tell her she talks too fast.
Well, some people do, but at the end of the day, it's social interaction,
right?
Isn't it? That is part of being on YouTube. If you just sat there and you didn't say anything, how are you going to communicate what it is that you're doing and your thought processes behind what you're doing? I mean, anybody can put a piece of music on a video and go, but do you learn anything from it? Not
oh my goodness, my live streams get much more views than my videos do. My videos get half or even less than half of the views that my live streams get.
Right. People do like live streams though, don't they? I keep toying with the idea of what's the more important, live stream or creating edited videos, and we've got to try and keep a balance with both of them.
No,
I think
I do put out a video at least once a week. I have to for my art Facebook group, so I do put out a video at least once a week, but I live stream more often.
Chris is just saying, she says, yes, Ian, it's not easy to paint live and talk and answer chat. It isn't. I mean, I've had to learn to adapt to it because I'm not the most talkative person, really.
Oh, and Chrissy loves live streaming because she loves to interact right away with the people. I think I'm more, yes, but you can interact more with the people, and I think they like that. I think people like that you're interacting with them like that.
Well, that's why I like the YouTube premieres, because it's a bit of both.
That too. Yes, you're right. I don't get such a turnout unless my videos were longer.
I think
really,
the trick of getting a YouTube premiere to work for you is not going straight to premiere when you've uploaded it. You need to like get it advertised and tell people
advertising. You need to have
this is going to happen.
A longer video. You need to have a longer video.
I've been on when I've had 10 or 15 people on, and then I've been on and had me and my shadow on. You know what I mean? So it all depends on who's available to watch at any one time.
My premieres still, I mean, oh my God, my premieres, I think they help people watch a full video. I don't know. I like doing the premieres. I mean, they help a little bit, but no, my live streams by far by half. They do 50% better than my videos. They do 50% or more better than my videos do.
All right. Yeah.
I mean,
I haven't got the full answer to why that's the case, because they're both videos. It might be that some people like interaction. It's not necessary.
Yeah, they like the
your
interaction.
art.
And they can chat with each other. They can chat with each other while they're watching your video.
So is building a community up more important than the video output?
Oh, there's Paul. Paul saying something. I'm back in the chat. Had to swap out the battery on my phone. Thanks for having me on. You're welcome, Paul. So nice. Thanks, Paul.
When live, people can learn more because they love the interaction. Ask questions. Yeah, well, that's it. That's that community. That's that community element, isn't it? But if I don't know the answer, someone else will. Somebody's got a question.
Yeah, really.
But when you're creating art, there's so many questions. What about this? Well, now's that and that.
Yes, right.
And the artist who's doing the artwork can't necessarily always. They might have the answer, but they can't always answer at that time because they're in the middle of doing a particular thing, right? So rest it community, the people in the chat box, that's their golden opportunity to chip in and go, yeah, this is this answer and that answer. And that's why people are drawn to live, because there's more likelihood of you getting the questions that you have about art answered, which is a good thing, because we're here to be educated at the end of the day. Entertainment's a good factor, yeah, but primarily it's an education and learning. And good mods, yeah. I mean, you're right, Chrissy. A good mod is always a good, especially ones who demonstrate how important blobs are. So, there's an in-joke there. So, are we still there? Are you still there? Have you gone?
I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm typing a message to my friend about something about that has to pertain to the my live stream.
Right. So you need to pop back up because I've done painting now.
I know everybody's still enjoying your painting. I'll pop back up when you leave.
Right. Well, I'm going to get off now because I literally have got to spend the next couple of hours getting this edited. The blob. Lol. Blobby. Blob. I'm not saying that other word. It's a family show.
Okay, bye, Ian. Thanks so much.
All right then.
I appreciate.
We'll see you all later.
I appreciate it. Everybody loves what you're doing.
I'll have to try and see if I can get Chrissy to do one of these StreamYard weirds one day, if we can do it earlier.
On her, she's not going to come on my channel. I got some other friends that are going to try to come up here.
Well, as people get
her channel, it's almost monetized. I believe she's almost monetized. She has tons of watch hours. I'm only halfway there. I'm almost halfway there.
Just remember, you have to keep that level up. You can't just.
I know, that's the thing.
I
calculated it. No, I calculated it that to keep that level up, I would not have to keep doing 6 or 7 days a week. I would not have to I would not have to. Once you get it, I calculated how if I get the certain amount of watch hours per time that I'm hoping that I average that I get, that I could I could bring it down to 4 times a week.
Well, what you do is, was it 4,000 minutes?
It's 4,000 hours.
4,000. Well, 4,000
Yes,
hours.
it's
Divided.
240,000. It's 240,000 minutes. It's 4,000 watch hours. 240,000 minutes.
It's 4,000 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Divided by however many times a week you want to do it. So if you only want to do it,
I have to step it up to try to get it, but after that I could bring it. I calculated I could probably bring it down to 4 times a week.
What an hour
a week.
Thing is, you got to assume that the people watching.
Yeah, I know. Assume that you get that, and if not, it's not the end of the world. I don't need the money. I don't even need the money, really. You know what? With the kind of money you get, really. You know what? It's just like a challenge.
That's it.
Challenge.
I can think of ways of earning money a lot easier than
I know. It's just more like a challenge for me or something. And maybe I'm being crazy to even try this. You know what? I don't know. I don't really. I know.
Okay, then I'll let you move on with whatever you're doing. I'll encourage other people to come up and come on and go on the panel and have a nice evening.
Again.
I'll see you later then. Okay, I'll see you. Bye.
I'm still here, everybody. And I hope that you enjoyed Ian's presentation. If anybody else would like to come on the panel. Oh, let's see who's here. Who's still here? We had a wonderful presentation with yep, bye Ian. Yep. Oh, Bobby's here. Bobby, you're back. Are you back? Bobby, you're back. Awesome. Kevin's still here. Kevin is still here. Okay, good night. Good night, Chrissy. Sweet dreams. She's going to bed. She's in the UK. It's late there. They're 5 hours ahead. UK is 5 hours ahead. And today's show was brought to you, is still brought to you by the color orange. I know, I'm being goofy. I'm sorry, I'm goofy. I'm goofy that I do this. I like to have a color of the day. I'm an artist. I love color. And I know I have to have a color of the day. Color of the day today. The show is brought to you by the color orange. Yep. I know, I'm crazy. Does that... oh, but Bobby, why don't you come up? Come up on panel. Orange and the number 5. No, not the number 5. The number 52. The number 52. I'm trying to get I'm trying to break my record of 50. I got 50 thumbs up 2 weeks ago Sunday. It's the be all and end all of YouTube. YouTube pays more attention to you and promotes your videos once you get 100 or more thumbs up. And 2 weeks ago Sunday was my first time I got 50 thumbs up on a live stream. It looks like it's not happening today. Instead, unless if I stay on 5 hours or 6 hours, maybe it might. I don't know. I know, really, Mystic? I know. LOL, really? I know. Oh, dozed off for a few minutes. Oh, Bobby dozed off. He's been up. He's been doing like all-nighters. Bobby's been doing all-nighters. He says he never left my stream. He never left my stream. He was just dozing off, which I don't blame him because I think he was up 2 nights in a row, all night long. First of all, it was Cliff's birthday. And I think most everybody in here knows about Cliff Madison. His birthday was 2 days ago, and everybody stayed up for Cliff's birthday, and then he stayed up again celebrating Cliff's birthday 2 nights in a row. So do you accept any other fingers? You love Sesame Street, the electric company. Oh, I love Sesame Street. And no, I love the electric company more. I think I was a little older. Right, Paul? I love the electric company more. JC, you're still here? Are you still here, JC? Oh, let me see. What time is it? Who wants to come on the panel? I'll invite, I would invite some people on the panel. Who would like to come up? If not, let's see. Oh, Mr. Rogers, then. Oh, yeah, right. Speed Racer. Oh, yeah, Speed Racer. I watched Speed Racer, but it was not my favorite. I love Gilligan's Island, Mr. Rogers, Electric Company. And then I think I was a little bit too old for Sesame Street. I didn't like Sesame Street so much. I liked Electric Company, Gilligan's Island, Speed Racer a little bit, but it was like a lot about cars, and I'm not really into cars. So Speed Racer was pretty good though. But I mean, Dark Shadows. Did you watch Dark Shadows? And really? Morgan Freeman was in that? Probably his first gig, you're right. There's JC, she was in here. Where's JC? Is she still in here? I don't know if JC's still in here. And Mystic Unigon's going to bed in a few minutes. Oh, gosh. So, all right, everybody. Love and hugs to everybody. I don't know how many hours I got today. I went 2.5 hours. That's as much as I can go. Love and hugs to everybody. There. You can see my smile. Love and hugs to everybody. It's time for me to sign off. And thank you so much to my moderators and to everybody that visited today. Thank you so much. And please give thumbs up before you leave. If you forgot, thumbs up are the be all and end all of YouTube. That's how they really judge your videos and promote and decide how to promote your videos. Please give thumbs up on your way out right now. Elf Lord's Journey. He's still here and he's saying bye. Elf Lord's Journey. Elf Lord's Journey is an artist friend of mine. And one of his messages was deleted by Bobby. But Bobby, Elf Lord's Journey is a friend of mine. And yep, have a good one. Diana's having a drink. Ha 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 ha. Bobby, you coming on tonight? I hope so. Let's see how you answer. Are you coming on? Are you coming on tonight? Paul's leaving. Paul's saying goodbye. And Bobby dozed off. That's why he was gone for a little bit. Okay. Signing off. Love and hugs, everybody.